Hello everybody, Just Jimmy here. Gonna do a review of the JB4 programmer in the Map 8 economy mode. I'm on my way up to Atlanta. I'm driving my 2009 BMW 135i convertible, the premium sport package. This is a good year for the car. It has the desirable N54 motor, which is a twin turbo 6-cylinder that produces 300 horsepower and 300 pounds-feet of torque right out of the factory. On this car, I've installed the JB4 programmer, a dual cone intake, and also an active AutoWorks charge pipe with blow-off valve. And that was a really good mod because I had, when I installed the JB4 programmer initially, I had the factory charge pipe on there. And on my second week of driving it, I was showing a friend the power, and the top of the charge pipe exploded from the boost. Because you basically double the boost. I think the boost from the factory is around 8 pounds, and you can run it on up to 16 or higher. So anyway, here's what I've done. I'm driving up to Atlanta. When I first started my trip, I was in Map 5, which is an auto learning mode, which learns, it's basically an auto tuning mode actually. It'll tune the car based on octane, modifications, weather, temperature, things of that nature. Boost is anywhere from 11 on up to about 16.5, I believe it says. And I was getting about 21 to 22.5 miles per gallon, running around 75 to 80 miles an hour. I have since refueled and put the programmer on Map 8, which essentially disables the turbos. It's an economy mode. And here I'm running, right now I'm running close to 80. I'm doing about 79 miles an hour. And for the past 20 minutes, I've been averaging 28.3 miles per gallon. Now you see that half engine symbol right there. It looks pretty scary, big orange glowing warning light. It's kind of a reduced power warning light. Don't let that scare you if you put it into Map 8 if you've got this programmer. Hopefully the programmers can get a clear code for that where we don't have to drive with that light on, but it's not causing any damage to the motor. It's just what happens when you disable the turbos. I'll tell you, it's been running great. What I have noticed is a significant amount of power loss compared to what I did have. I mean, when you're running Map 5, you know, the horsepower is probably close to 400. From the factory, this car is 300. Without the turbos on, I don't know where it is. It's obviously sub 300s, you know, maybe 260, 270, I'm not sure. Maybe even lower than that. But I can tell you, when you're just making a 7-hour trip and you're running 80 miles an hour and you're averaging 28 miles a gallon, it's pretty awesome. Some things to notice. The exhaust is a good bit louder. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm gonna email Terry with Burger Motorsports and see if he can explain that. I'm sure it's from the fact that the turbos are off. It's probably causing a different kind of breathing pattern for the car. And earlier, I was running Map 5, doing about 75 miles an hour, and I switched it to Map 8 while driving. I don't think it causes any damage or anything like that, but it did feel like I tapped the brakes because the amount of power that you lose is significant, and it's instant. So I changed it right from the steering wheel controls from Map 5 to Map 8, and it was a significant loss of power. So just a couple things to be aware of. And at that point, the service engine soon light came on, and all I did was do my clear codes, which is you have your speedometer set on 1, I think, and then the tach up to 4. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the sheet again, but you do that and it clears the codes, and then you're just stuck with that light right there. No big deal. But she's running great. Feels really good. I'll do another video tomorrow while I'm in Atlanta showing you what this car does on map 5, map 2, map 1, map 0. Show you a couple of the different ways that this car drives. So I'll do a series of reviews for this JB4 programmer. I can tell you it was the most amazing horsepower increase on such a small amount of money that I've ever seen on a car. And then adding the dual cone intake and the charge pipe, it's just you really open up the engine on this car. It does some phenomenal things, and I'll demonstrate that to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Shoot me some comments below and subscribe. Talk to you later.